Hey there, this is Mr. Martinez. We're going to go over some of these problems here. I'm just going to give you about 3 or 4 of these problems. So we're going to go over like maybe 1 or 2 of them together. They're super simple. And, hopefully you can be able to work it out. Now, remember, when you're working it out, work it out on a sheet of paper and then take a picture of it and either upload it to the Google Classroom or send it to me through email or through text. I'll show you the number that you should text it to in a bit, or just send it to my email. All right. Okay, so let's work this out together. All right, so it says here, Josh bought drinks and snacks that costed $19.25 at a coffee shop. And he paid with a $20 bill. Okay, so they want to know how much change should Josh receive. So this should be very simple. And we're just working with decimals here, okay? Because they want to know the exact change he's going to get, and they want you to work with the decimals here. So you would think it'd be easy to put 20 over 19, which is true. So we're going to put 20 over 19, and it has 75 cents. So the big issue is there's no numbers over here, so we're going to put a decimal and 2 zeros, okay? Let me zoom in a little bit. So remember, a 0 cannot take away, a number on the bottom. So what we're going to have to do is old-fashioned borrowing. So the 2 is going to turn into a 1. It's going to turn into a 10, and we still have these 2 numbers that are still 0. So then we're going to borrow again. This is going to turn into a 9. And then we're going to turn this into a 10. Take away, because the 0 can't be just 0, so it's going to be 9. And then this one's going to be a 10, so we are going to go right here. Obviously, 1 and 1 cancel each other out, so that's 0, and 9 and 9 cancel each other out. That's 0. 9 minus 7, so remember 9. You take away 7, that's going to be 2. And then 10 minus 5, well, obviously that's going to be 5. So your answer should be 25 cents. You put the cent sign if you want. Okay. So when you work this out, like if you're doing it on an iPad, just take a screenshot of it. Or if you're working on a paper, just take a picture of it. That way you can send it to me, because I do need proof that you're working out the problems, right? Let's work on the next one together. And it says Pamela earned 18 cents walking dogs. And excuse me, I don't know why I said 18 cents. She earned $18.50 walking dogs. Mara earned 25 cents for walking dogs. How much more money did Maria earn than Pam? So real simple, go 25, put 2 zeros, 18, put 2 zeros, okay? And make sure you put the decimal there. All right, so they want to know how much. So let's go ahead and remember that they need to borrow over here. So we're gonna take away from the 5. So the 5 becomes a 4. All right, and then this becomes a 10. Messed up here. Hang on. Yeah, because we're borrowing, because down here is 50 cents. So that's why. So this becomes a 10. And then, well, obviously 4 can't take away from 8, so we're going to borrow from here. This becomes a 14. All right. So 1 minus 1 is 0. 14 minus 8 is, let me get my calculator out here. I still use a calculator for some stuff. 6, and then 10 minus 5 is 5. So if we get rid of the 0 here, rewrite it, it's going to be 6.50. And our answer will be B. All right. Okay, so we did those. This one I'll put as a question on your Google Classroom, so you're gonna have to solve this on your own. Let's move over here to these. All right, so here on this next page, we're gonna read, and it says here, Mr. Stewart drove 47,946 miles on a Saturday, and then on Sunday he drove 38 miles, and they want to know how much he drove those 2 days. So when they say what is the total number of miles they drove, it just means that they want you to add. So we're not going to have too much trouble with that, hopefully. All right, so let's go ahead and set this up. So remember, the bigger number goes on top, which is the 57. Add the decimal and add the rest of the numbers, and then the 38.7. And then we'll add the other 2 zeros here. So these automatically come down. And then 9 plus 7 is going to be 16. And then 7 plus 8 is 15, plus one more is 16 also. And then 5 plus 3 is 8, plus that extra one is a 9. So that's going to be 96,646. All right, so let's go ahead and look at number 2. So it says a box of books weighs 89.92 pounds. So that's one box. The other box of magazines weighs 90.5 pounds. All right, and they want to know the difference between the two weights. So when they say the word difference, that means that they want to subtract. So you got to look out for those kind of keywords. Difference, subtract, right? So let's go ahead and set it up. Remember, the bigger number goes on top, so the 90.5 on top, and then 89.29 on the bottom. Okay, so we added the number 0 here, and remember, a 0 cannot take away a whole number, so we gotta borrow. So this becomes a 4, this becomes a 10, and 10 minus 9, well, obviously 1. 4 minus 2, you take away half, becomes a 2. Bring down the decimal. Another 0 here when a whole number, can't do that, so we gotta borrow again. Becomes a 10. 10 minus 9, again 1. 8 minus 8, 0 out. Cancels out, becomes a 0. And our answer will be 1.21. Okay, so this week's assignment's real easy stuff. Like I said, I'm not going to give you too many questions. You're just going to have to answer. I'll give you 3. All right, and when you answer them, work them out like I did here on a sheet of paper, or if you have an iPad that you have an app that you can write out your stuff, just take a screenshot like that, and then just either send it to me through email or through text. These are the 2 numbers you can contact me by. All right, this is my email right here. You can send it there, or you can text it to this number here and I'll get it too. All right, just pause the video, that way you can write it down or put it on your phone. Okay, hope you all have a good week, and this is the only assignment you're going to do for this week. All right, next week I'll give you something else. All right, see y'all later.